All right, today we're going to tour a house that we actually almost bought, but we didn't end up buying it because it was too far out from being completed. Now it's about 8 months after we've seen it, or actually maybe a little longer, and they're nearing completion. I'd say they're about 95% done, and at the time of filming this, there's about 3 weeks left of work. This house was one of the most unique that we've actually seen. It was absolutely beautiful in the renderings, but part of the other reason why we didn't decide to buy this one is because the renderings always look different than real life. But now, having seen this close to completion, I will say that this is probably one of the first houses I've seen in Mexico that look identical to the renderings. It's actually kind of crazy. The amount of detail that went into this house itself is mind-boggling. It's so unique and there's so much attention to detail. It really sets itself apart from any other house we've seen in Mexico. Like, this backyard landscaping is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. There are 3 different covered patio porches on the other levels, and there are actually 3 levels here, which is pretty wild. I liked the open concept of this living room and the indoor-outdoor garden kind of thing. That garden you see there is a glass skylight above it, so it's not just open to above. So when you do actually have the doors closed and stuff, you can control the humidity and the climate with the air conditioner, so you can see the glass there. Where that guy is standing there, that's actually a powder room. So it's a 4-bed, 4.5 bath house. The kitchen was a little smaller than we liked actually when we looked at it, when it wasn't roughed in. But now, having seen most of the kitchens in Mexico and living with one that's fairly small compared to what we're used to in Canada, I'm actually not opposed to it. And that was also kind of another reason as to why we didn't want to buy this house, because we thought the kitchen was a little small, but it's actually pretty functional. I like the stove being right in the middle of the island. I like that the water faucet is on the other side and not in the island. It also has this huge pantry area as well as a washer and dryer, which they actually did vent outside. You can see the hole there. A lot of places don't do that, which is wild to me. It has a double oven, so all in all, the kitchen actually turned out to be quite functional. This is the guest bedroom, I guess, on the main floor. It does have a huge closet organizer, and then the bathroom itself, we'll get to it in a second here. It has a really nice countertop floating, so you can clean underneath there. It's got an odd shaped shower, but all the bathrooms and showers in this house were odd shaped, which didn't look great or big at the time when we saw it roughed in. But now that it's tiled, it's actually pretty big. So now we're gonna head upstairs to the 2nd level, and this is where you're gonna find 2 more bedrooms. What I liked about this hallway is it kind of acted like a secondary space, so I could easily put like a couch there for the kids to play, or a small playroom area, or you could put a desk there by the railing. So there was options because it was pretty wide hallway. And then I like these shutters, so it's got glass obviously, and then these blinders here actually slide out of the way, so you can open everything out to the front if you'd like. I've never actually seen that feature here yet, but I also like this wicker railing. I've never actually seen that either. I saw that people make that. It seemed pretty labor intensive, but this is the 1st bedroom here. It's not the primary, but it's got this huge glass window that looks down into the living room, which I love. It's got a massive closet organizer. It's got drawers galore. And then again, similar to the other bathroom we saw on the lower level, same kind of idea, same shape, gold hardware, floating vanity. And then the bedroom itself is a little odd shaped. It's like a triangle, kind of, almost. But it is fairly big. It's plenty big, actually. And it does have that amazing view, and the glass doors open, so you have this glass banister that you can look down into the backyard. It's a really nice feature, and it's the room itself is quite nice. Now, heading to the primary bedroom, it's a couple steps up. There's all this bench seating here on the side with those glass windows. I'll show you in a second. This is the closet for the master bedroom there. And then you got this huge space and all these nice windows that let so much light in. What I liked about this house too is they actually nailed the lighting. It's not too cool, it's not too dim, but it's actually the perfect brightness and color. Now, this primary bedroom also has this huge covered patio. This is probably another 500 or 600 square feet. It doesn't really translate on the video, but it's quite large, and it has a really nice view of the jungle here and the rest of the community. That jungle lot is eventually going to get developed, but for now it looks really nice. You could put like a patio set or a TV out here, and then you can see the rest of the part of the house there. It's just a really nice view. So there is going to be a dividing wall here, or like mirrors that swivel, so you'll have that separation from the bedroom to the sink area without having a full closed-in wall. The closet organizer, there's lots of storage there, and then there's this huge shower. Again, sliding doors. It's quite nice actually. I like the drain that they use there, is very modern, and there is going to be a door here for the toilet, so you have a water closet and a little bit of privacy. Now we're gonna head back out here to the third floor up these awesome stairs. I love the open risers and treads. It looks super cool. And then up here again, you have the same shutters, the same wicker railing, and then you also have the large hallway here. So again, it could be another playroom or space for an office or whatever, but we'll check out the second covered patio out here. This is where there's actually a really cool bonus feature. So you see, this is the glass from downstairs from the garden. And then here, you can see there's a secondary plunge pool, but this is actually a jacuzzi. It is not heated, but the builder did put a space where you can put a heater if you'd like. Believe it or not, it actually does get pretty cold in the winter months in Mexico. I haven't gone in a pool since probably October, and I'm currently filming this in January. Heaters are warranted if you want to swim in the winter months. So now we're going to check out the fourth bedroom up here. Again, up a couple steps. This could be like a primary, like a guest room, or it could be for like one of your older teen kids or something like that, or an office. It's not the biggest room, but you do have that covered patio, which is a pretty nice bonus. And then on top where you see the covered patio roof, they actually mounted all the solar panels. This house has 18 solar panels, which is plenty to run this house. So you can see the other covered patio there with all the panels. Again, of course, this has its own ensuite. It doesn't have the biggest closet organizer, but it's plenty big for one person. It's got a huge shower though, and they did frost the glass, which is nice. Again, modern drain. This will also have a water closet door of some sort. Now, this house alone, I really like it. It is sold at the time of making this. It was listed for 13 million pesos. Am I having a little bit of buyer's remorse? I would be lying if I said no. But now that it's come together, it's a really, really nice house and a really nice community. I'm trying to work with the developer here or the builder to see if he wants to do another custom home for our next house. Let me know what your thoughts on this house. I think it's beautiful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.